So in this video, we shall be talking about um, the introduction to macroeconomics. We want to explain what macroeconomics mean and understand the basic concepts of macroeconomics. So I want you to think of what macroeconomics may look like using this graphical illustration and the meaning of macroeconomics. So basically, when you first get the word macroeconomics, you start to think, what exactly is macroeconomics? Now, think of an economy as a giant pizza. Macroeconomics is like looking at the whole pizza, its size, how many slices everyone gets, and how hot or cold it is. It's a giant pizza, the totality of the pizza, how many slices everyone gets, and how hot or cold it is. So that's the true picture of the whole pizza. Now, macroeconomics is all about the big picture of a country's economy. Now, while microeconomics looks at individual slices, like your own pizza slice, what you own, the utility you get, the preferences, macroeconomics looks at the entire pizza, everyone has, the totality of everything we hold as a block, as a people. So the whole economy of a country, it is what macroeconomics looks at. So basically, um, macroeconomics is basically defined as the branch of economics that study the behavior and performance of an entire economy. It is a branch of economics that studies the overall functioning and phenomena of an economy at a large scale or aggregate level. So macroeconomics focus on analyzing aggregate indicators such as GDP, unemployment rate, inflation, and monetary and fiscal policies. So this means macroeconomics study things that are at an aggregate level. When you talk about gross domestic product, it's not a production for a single individual, but the total production of all individuals, all residents, every citizen, all people living in a particular geographical definition or geographical area is what macroeconomics looks at. So it also deals with things about unemployment rates, which tells you about the total number of people who are unemployed but are willing to work and they are looking for work. It's not one person. It is not one price. It is not the price of just a single good, but the aggregation of all prices in an economy. So it also uses monetary and fiscal policies. It looks at those things. So this is what macroeconomics talks about. So it does not discuss individual preferences, but analyze the aggregation of all individual decisions in an economy. So the purpose of macroeconomics. Now, macroeconomics is meant uh, for us to understand the operations of an economy and the underlying causes of established relationships and their effects. It means we want to understand how an economy operates and the various variables in an economy, various sectors, how they connect together, and the causes behind those connections, and the effects they have on us, the people, or the economy. So it's basically to understand economic policies and their influence over overall economic performance and activity. Then it is also for us to understand how we develop economic models and forecast potential outcomes from these relationship among various indicators. So basically, it has various aspects as well. One of the key Some of the key aspects of macroeconomics include national income, aggregate demand and supply, economic growth, price level, and of course, inflation and unemployment. And it asks or seeks to address several questions that arise that relate to economic wide issues. And some of these questions could be what determines the overall level of economic activity, not what determines the level of activity of a single person, but the overall level of economic activity. How does unemployment fluctuate? What are the reasons behind unemployment, the causes? It also analyzes the causes of inflation, deflation. How does government promote economic growth? How do monetary and fiscal policies impact the economy? Then, based on this, we can conclude that yeah, macroeconomics is quite important for analysis and how well we ensure that things work in an economy. So now, why should we care about all this? Well, imagine planning a road trip without a GPS. You want to go and visit your uncle somewhere without you have never been to that place without a GPS. You might get lost or even end up in the wrong place. Similarly, macroeconomics helps government and people to make smart decisions. Without macroeconomics, it's difficult. So macroeconomics is important for several reasons. One, it helps policymakers design effective economic policies. Two, it aids businesses in making investment decisions. Three, it explains economic fluctuations and stability. Four, it contributes to understanding global economic issues like recession and inflation. Then it also enhances understanding of living standards and economic development. Then it's also used to understand the performance of an economy. It is also vital to make comparison across countries. So, in a nutshell, macroeconomics is vital for these reasons, and we always want to understand how an economy operates, the importance of an economy, the underlying factors behind an economy, the things that connect various sectors together, and their relevance towards our sustainability and development. So that's macroeconomics, the meaning of it, importance, and